Alright, hello team. I hope you missed me. Back again. This time around we're running Wolfenstein New Order Glitchless. And yeah. So this run again has some sort of downtime at the beginning, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. And time is gonna start as soon as we skip this cutscene. So we're starting now.
Eyes open, Blazkowicz. You keep the lookout. I need to go to the piss. Shite! Flag! Flag! No, not today. Blazkowicz, go back into the flight deck. Clamp the fuel line.
And to um, the Nazis' rising power. And this is quite literally like right after the end of that game. So we were basically on our way to Death's compound, which we got with the location of that folder, and we're gonna try our best to put a stop to that. Nice. Alright. So there's a lot going on here. So sheesh. So basically, this is the second game, or the first game actually, that Machine Games released in their Alt-Timeline collection, Alt-Timeline series, whatever you want to call it, in an attempt to revive the Wolfenstein series, which was kind of dead by the time they were coming up with this one. So, what we're doing here, this is the alternate timeline. It's named aptly so because it explores a timeline where rather than the Allies beating the Axis powers, it's flipped around on its head. As you'll see here, we haven't actually gotten there yet, but spoiler alert, we're going to be taking the L here.
Pull the handle up there by those flashing lights. Much obliged, Captain.
So this is the game that sort of started it all for Machine Games and this whole timeline series. As I said before, this game is the Old Blood, the prequel that they made after they made this game, had some changes to it to make it unique from this game. So there are a couple things that are going to be different. For one, we don't have the pipe mechanic, so we're not going to be doing any of that. This game is also a lot longer, so we're going to kind of be in it for the long haul. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more of the, action, rootin' tootin', Nazi shooting type of energy here. So hence the game being a lot longer.
I think it's working! We're leveling out! Okay, Private Wyatt, I need you to do one more thing for me.
This run is also glitchless, so we're going to take to using some alternate sort of tech to save time here. The first one being checkpoint reloading. So as you see right here, what we can do is when you see that save icon in the left side of the screen, that'll mean that the game is saving. And sometimes, because this game uses a checkpoint system, we can't freely save. Sometimes the game will make saves for events in the game that haven't actually happened yet. So when the game saves, we can actually reload the checkpoint and skip ahead forward in time and save a couple seconds. Or in some cases, save a lot of seconds. Because game sort of saves differently in some situations.
Get up your ass. Vultures 1, 3, 4, 8, 9, and down. Right, slaves that will have to abort.
So we're gonna get a lot of use out of that as opposed to in the other game.
Murdered out here. Listen to me, folks. If this mission
I
fails,
used to, when I was running this game, I used to say that you only use it like maybe 2 or 3 times, but since then I've actually found that you can use it in a lot more other sections, a lot more useful. So
damn it. If you don't stop this head now, Fergus, that window is closed forever. We will lose this war. Aye, God, I hear you. Look, I've got to go. That's head's compound's coming up. OSA command out. Conda 9 out. Grab your ball back, Blasco. Brace for impact. We're coming down hard. Can't see fuck all. Hold on!
right, so as you might have heard some of the exposition there, we're on this mission to invade Death's compound. He's the main antagonist for this game, the sort of brains behind the Nazi war machine at this point in time. And yeah, we're gonna go, or at least we're gonna attempt to take him out, so you know the Allies have a chance to beat back the Nazi war machine. But we're already off to not so great of a start. As you can see, kind of just crashed the plane really bad there.
Anyone out there?
We're gonna go have this little swimming section here, and we're gonna do my beloved strafe swimming here, which is akin to the sort of movement tech in the older Wolfenstein and the older Doom games. I believe it's an SR40, where basically if you look at an angle, if you look at an angle, and then you spam mash your sprint key, you can swim like really stupidly fast, way faster than you're supposed to do. So, yeah. Kill some of these robot puppies, and then we're gonna make our way into the compound proper. Alright. So, as you can see, we are definitely in the thick of it. Oh. This guy. And we're gonna make our way through these trenches. We're gonna do a cool bit of movement tech here, where with the dogs here, if they run towards you, they're supposed to lock you into an animation, but you can just jump over them, and they can't really do anything to you. I can still hear them, and I hope they sort of get lost, because it would be kind of annoying if they were following me throughout this entire section. Check out the Commandant. Oh, and that guy. Nice. So let's blow up this door here. Oh. I'm gonna back away from it, because if you are too close, it will, you know, just kind of kill you. Really unfortunate way to lose a run. You die into a door. This run is also kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say front heavy, but this first chapter of the game is like really long. Nice. There's a guy in a cannon up there where you're supposed to go shoot, but if you have a well-placed grenade, you can sort of just skip him. This one we can't do anything cool like that. We gotta go ahead and loot this debris.
Much as I adore the view from up here, will you please, for the love of Holy Mother Jesus, climb the godforsaken
another big puppy. Anyway, as I was saying before, I don't think I got to finish, but yeah, the first chapter of this game is really really long. Like this entire run is pretty long. It's about 2 hours with loads, but uh, compared to the like 14, 15 chapters of this game, this first chapter is like 20 minutes long. So we're gonna be hanging out here for a little bit.
Behind us now is a second pillar of the German army. What are you doing at nothing, Master?
And this first chapter has got literally everything you can want out of
Keep in mind,
an
this will be
action
our last chance.
FPS game.
If we don't get Dep's head now, it's all over.
We've got swimming, we've got shooting, we've got climbing up a wall, and even this really sick. We've got even a plane crash in the castle. Like I don't know what else you could ask for.
Everybody okay? What's this business? Easy, Captain Blasters. Proud gates. Still clamped. How you are fucking able to persist through something like that, I do not know. Well done. We're okay down here.
I have to say this game is it's definitely very good. Even I would recommend even just playing this casually, as I would with any of the games in the series.
Sorry, sirs.
But this game I think does a particular job of hooking you in, because
You know, Blast.
that right there, that's
Get to the
sick.
Great work, Blast. Keep heading up towards the top floors. We'll meet you there.
Right, so basically what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make light work of this castle here, pretty much. I'm gonna hope that dog doesn't get me into an animation sick. Um,
Glasgow, we're pinned down in the courtyard. Quiet.
dog,
You dust you.
these two,
Yes, sir. Oh, we'll be having a nice nap and a cup of tea till you get here, Glasgow.
and shoot some Nazis. We're just gonna have a good time. And there's actually that plane right there that just crashed into the castle walls. I didn't even actually realize that till I started speedrunning this, that that's supposed to be the plane. I thought there was just a plane chilling here, or at least the one from earlier. Hopefully get the fast version of this. What we're gonna listen for is for them to stop shooting. There we go. Alright, so basically we're supposed to do our job shooting them, but there are some Nazis that you can't actually see on the other sides of the walls, and that they up there have to take care of, and you gotta hope that they can actually hit their mark there, because sometimes they just can't, and it's kind of silly. Here's one of the funnier lines in this game here.
Yeah, what, you ain't got churches in England? You ain't got no priests there?
Yeah. Well, the Nazis sort of bombing them at the moment. It's a bit of a problem.
Sort of bombing them at the moment is a bit of a problem. But here we're gonna do another checkpoint reload in just a second, so we can skip Blondie here jumping up over there, because he likes to take his time. By the way, if you're wondering how we're able to do this, these games are not timed with loads for our categories, so you can pretty much do those as much as we want without technically losing time, which is pretty sick. That's why doing certain tricks, at least in Glitchless, is it's better to just reset if you don't get it first try, rather than either doing a backup or doing it the way it's intended immediately, because you can still not lose a whole lot of time if you reload fast enough. So I will say, at least this part, if you're sensitive to gore, Be warned, I guess. One thing that I do like about these games is that they really don't shy away from showing the pure horror that the Nazi regime was. And the main antagonist of this game, General Deathhead, was truly an individual. Alright, we're gonna get this key here. I will say I was de-risking this game the other day, and the key is always in the same spot, but I forgot just a little bit, so I was like, I'm pretty sure it was in one of the containers, but it definitely wasn't. That was embarrassing. So unfortunately, there goes Blondie. We're gonna make light work of this guy here. That's this game's first exposure to the Super Soldaten. Deathhead's pretty insidious creation. Or the monster room, as Fergus puts it. And here's Deathhead. Interesting guy he is. One thing that they actually do to make this even more creepy is he will look at you no matter where you are in this room. So over here he will face you. It's absolutely terrifying if you don't actually realize that first time around. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna do one more checkpoint reload, and then I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the main sort of difference that we do here in speedruns of this game over, I suppose, a casual playthrough. So, as you might have seen in the Old Blood, we had a choice between saving either Kessler or Netta, and in this game, that builds off of this way more playthrough altering choice of, in a moment, he's going to ask us to kill either Wyatt or Fergus here. And whoever you pick, they have way more implications on the run than they did in the Old Blood. So I know personally I like to save Fergus. I like Fergus's character; he's pretty cool. But Wyatt is actually the one we're gonna pick, and that we use for speedruns of both this game and the new Colossus. With their different timelines, there in this game at least there are little differences in the story, but there's a main sort of mechanic type of thing. But for Fergus, it's hot wiring, and for Wyatt, it's lock picking. And for speedrunning purposes, lock picking is way more helpful than hot wiring is because it allows you to skip like entire sections of game, which is really helpful for the speedrun, and especially for glitchless.
Support my research. I have inadequate room for samples. Should you decline my appeal, I shall have to put the scalpel to both of them, and we'd be here all day. I'll make matters simple. All you need to do is look to the one you would have me dissect. Really?
Alright, so we unfortunately are gonna send Fergus to the dogs, but in the name of saving time,
It's okay, Bosco.
it's gotta go, pal.
It's a war. People die. My time's up, is up.
Alright. So, of course we can't let it end like this, so we're gonna bust out of here. We've got another version of our trusty old pipe here. We'll use it just for this one spot here. Owned.
We have to disable these machines for the incinerator. Grab the pipe and smash them shut.
Those are randomized every time you do it, by the way. So the first one is always the same, but the other two are random. So
Come here. I'll help you with your handcuffs.
alright, let's get these cuffs off, and this is our first taste of the mechanic. Depending on who you pick, this one will be different. And we've got lock picking since we've. Nice, that was really fast. Let's get out of here. And that was the first chapter of the game. Unfortunately, of course, because BJ can never have anything go right for him, we've kind of taken a whole lot of shrapnel to the conch. So, where did we end up after that? A loony bin, for that's what they call it. So, here we're introduced to Anya. We're gonna get to know her over the course of this game here. She's a nurse here. Those are her parents, and yeah, we're gonna be hanging out here for a little bit. So unfortunately here, Anya's father here, he runs this place for handicapped people, and they get sent here. Unfortunately, the Nazis kind of just come in here and take people whenever they want. So.
Wkrótce to wszystko się skończy. Zostawię cię teraz przy oknie. W świetle.
Unfortunately for us, that's going to cause some issues in a moment.
Strange sensation. Trapped in my body. I black out. I'm losing time. Sometimes the seasons change in the book.
Wir schließen diese Einrichtung. Ihre Dienste werden nicht länger benötigt. Na, kein Grund, rührselig zu werden, Doktor. Sie haben zufriedenstellende Arbeit geleistet.
So as we find out here, they're actually shutting the place down. However, rather than, just sending the patients elsewhere, they, yeah, so.
Was hier vorgeht, die haben einen Offizier bei der Befehlsausführung angegriffen.
Lautet nicht, die Betreuer zu töten.
Was will der hier? Keine Ahnung. Bringt es in den Keller. Soll der entscheiden. Komm auf.
Right, so, we can't let that slide, so. We're on this guy.
Where'd they take you? Legs are like jelly. Fingers feel numb. Mother of all headaches.
So, I suppose I'll wait to explain it, but, yeah, let's get out of here. Oh. Get up here, get some ammo, some armor. Yeah, this is definitely one of the shorter chapters here, so we're gonna go ahead and. Oh. Oh man, that's unfortunate. You gotta kill those guys for this to spawn. Oh. Let's go get Anya. Let's get out of here. Right. So the kicker here, as we find out in the cutscene, which we just skipped, is BJ was actually there in the hospital for about 14 years. So rather than it being 1946, it's now 1960, and Nazis have sort of taken power everywhere. So we also find out that we can't let that slide, you know. So we're basically gonna be spending the rest of the game looking for the resistance and weakening the Nazis, pretty much. It's pretty much the entire premise of the game. This is also one of the funnier cutscenes. This game it takes itself a lot more seriously than the old Blood does, but was that here appliance? But there are some funny moments here. That one included also.
Take my hand. The road is not safe. You kill the Nazis. Here, I stay with Carl.
So what we're gonna do now is this is New World, and basically we're gonna go to Berlin, because I believe this is Poland, and we're gonna go to Berlin and we're gonna go find the resistance. But we gotta get on a train first, though. So this would be one of the first stealth sections in the game, but we're gonna make light work of that. Oh. Sick.
That's that. Back to the car.
I have to say, it is definitely amazing how, like, even there where we just killed them really fast, it's exceptional how sort of easy it is to get through some of these chapters really fast. I remember some of these things taking me like ages to get through, especially if you're playing through stuff stealthily. It's kind of crazy. But there's our first practical use, sort of sequence break type thing for the timeline. As you can see, there's 2 doors in a row we can just lockpick our way through and skip. You're supposed to like run all the way through here and go with some pipes and stuff like that, but with Wyatt's lockpicking mechanic, we can sort of just run through that really fast, which is very helpful. And to be frank, it's only really a couple spots where you actually like really lose time not having lockpicking. Like there's some of the spots where the time is kind of whatever, but there are 2 major chapters where time difference actually matters, or it's big enough to matter, I guess. One of which will be coming up right after this.
Hold on! We'll go away from this place now.
Oh no. Right, because of course nothing can ever really be that easy. Got ambushed by some robots, but we'll make some light work of them. Alright, and that's that. Alright, so next we have what is a pretty lengthy cutscene section. Here, this is also where we meet the sort of minor antagonist Frau Engel, and the major antagonist of the new Colossus, which is a sequel to this game. So usually you, as you'll see, we're going to sit down and have what's supposed to be a pretty lengthy cutscene conversation with her where she starts talking about whatever. But Here what we can do is we can take advantage of a checkpoint reload and skip most of her, at least her nonsense dialogue.
Sehr schöne arische Züge. Findest du nicht auch, Bubi?
Ja, mir gefallen seine Augen.
Bitte, setzen Sie sich.
Right, so we're gonna get that save here, and we're just gonna reload that. And she makes you play a really stupid like picture
Und
picking
jetzt wählen
game
Sie das Foto.
to determine whether or
Das
not
sieht
BJ
nun
is
hübsch aus.
Aryan. So
Interessant.
yeah.
Meinen Sie, dass dieser Mann unreines Blut hat, Bernhard?
Ich weiß nicht, Frau Obersturmbannführer.
Ja, das
Also I say this every time I speedrun this game, but when I was playing this game casually, before I started speedrunning this game, I always thought that when she was referring to Birdheart, she was talking about the robot over there. Never noticed there was like a real human back there at the
Ich
door.
hätte sagen sollen, dass das Ihre letzte Wahl ist. Also wählen Sie weise.
Ouch.
Ich sage Ihnen etwas. Wenn Sie ein Nicht-Arier gewesen wären, hätten Sie zur Waffe gegriffen.
Yeah, she'll say if you had not been Aryan, you would have gone for the gun. I remember playing this game casually again, and I had like played it before, and I was doing a repeat playthrough, but I forgot whether or not you were Aryan. You were not Aryan if you picked up the gun, or if you were Aryan if you picked up the gun. So I went for the gun, and that was the end of that. And I also killed my speedrun one time after I started speedrunning the game, where I always aim for these pictures on the edge because sometimes you can have a little oopsie and instead of hitting the picture you hit the gun, and it's sort of chalked after that. So
Vergessen Sie den Kaffee für Ihre Freunde.
some silly coffee spinning. Whee!
In here.
Sick.
William?
Alright, cool. So that was New World. Now we're gonna make our way to the prison, which is where we're gonna try liberating the remainder of the resistance against the Nazi regime. Because, like I said, of course we can't let Nazis stand. That's not what's up. So
I know where to go. The way to get inside Eisenwald prison.
we're gonna put a stop to that expeditiously.
Police headquarters.
Everybody knows about it.
Everybody knows about it. Secret police headquarters is notorious here in Berlin. They bring prisoners inside for questioning. They torture them. And then they drive them back to Eisenwald prison. If they're still alive. Something's happening. There's a prison transport arriving. Come quickly.
Alright, so basically we're gonna try and get ourselves into this prison. But first, we gotta get to the prison transport. So we're gonna go on a bit of a field trip. And also get introduced to one of the main mechanics in this game, which is the laser cutter, at least for right now. We don't get the cool gun yet until later down the line. We're also gonna introduce. Oh man. Man. Okay. Unfortunate. I was going to say we're going to introduce ourselves to one of the cooler bit of text in this run, which is the laser sliding, where basically you can make a very small hole. Okay, there we go. You can make a very small hole in grates that you're supposed to cut with the wire and slide through them. Because for some reason, I guess BJ's collision gets altered when he slides. We kind of trolled that just a little bit, but that's alright.
Neue Schweine raus! Schichtwechsel, wir sind spät dran. Genau 1 Minute, Hans. Dann müssen wir aber los! Rechts! Hier, du da! Komm schon!
So we're gonna do our cool little
Komm vorwärts! Zeig dir
pipe walking thing.
Drecksau, du komm!
I have to say there are some pretty cool like random moments like this where that really make this feel.
Komm schon! Vorwärts!
They make this game just really good. There's moments like this where they don't happen so much as to make it like a part of the game, but just they add variety to the sort of stuff that goes on, which is pretty cool.
Ich glaub, der könnte rasten. Links rein! Rein so!
Alright, so let's get on this prison transport and let's go get our friends out of jail.
Safer to move across the rooftop undetected. Stay off the ground.
Achtung, Gefangene für Zellblock B. Vorbereiten auf spezielle Sicherheitsprüfung. Gefangene Klasse S. Stufe Rot.
Oh. Let me kill this guy first before we pull out the laser. Alright, now I'm going to show you another cool bit of tech where basically those guards are supposed to lock you into an animation because they're melee enemies, and basically you can avoid their animation if you just jump past them. They can't lock you into an animation while you're in the air, so yeah, it makes it a lot easier. And here's another section also where the lockpicking is going to come into play, where we can just skip past this entire section by just lockpicking. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go through this whole section underground through some pipes and stuff, and into a bathroom and a whole lot of extra other stuff. But with this you can skip like all of that. We're also about to do another neat little skip where what you're supposed to do is there's this big dog right here. You're supposed to close that grate, that gate thing, and go over it. Oh, unlucky. Time I jump just a little bit. Oh, the dog got me. That's never happened before. We're gonna do that again. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to lock the dog back there behind that gate, and then go up the elevator. But it seems the dog got to me, and also I missed the jump there, so unlucky. We're just gonna do it again here. So when the dog stops, he'll just make a gap in the fence there, and you can just jump right past it. There we go. Let's get this one too. Nice. Yeah, they're kind of just flabbergasted at you that you've just got past them. Alright. Alright, hopefully I can get most of these before getting locked into a cutscene. Oh. Okay, fell. There we go. There we go. And here we find an old familiar face. It's Wyatt. So, turns out Wyatt was imprisoned here with some of the resistance members. So, we're gonna bust him out of here. Alright, here we get just a little graphical bug there. Sometimes if you are like dying, you're like at about 20 health or so, the game will display like a flashing blood and stuff on your screen. And if you do that and get into a cutscene, it'll actually carry that over after you get out of the cutscene. which tends to happen there. So we're gonna do that. Let's kill these guys. Oh, I died. That's unfortunate. Not so sure why my shotgun got put away, but sure. So let's do that again. Take 2. Once again, it's a great thing that when we time these officially, we don't use loads, because this game tends to have significant loading times here. Much so longer than the old blood, which has really fast load times. Let's get Wyatt and let's get out of here. Oh, come pal. Nope. There we go.
Thank you, sir. Gosh, you picked a heck of a time to show up. Heck of a time. Not many of us left still fighting since the war ended, you know. It's been rough. We get out of here alive, things are going to change, Captain Blazkowicz. They got it.
Damn, Skippy.
Hear that? Reinforcements. They'll bring the hammer down on this whole city block.
Alright, so we're gonna reunite with our friend the dog, except we're
Oh, Jesus. There's a pond.
gonna just run past him here.
If we run like heck, I
This
think we
chapter
can
is also the main chapter where the differences between Fergus's and White's timelines become apparent. You have to do a lot more in... Oh, there we go. You have to do a lot more in Fergus's timeline to try and avoid that dog. You've got to like electrocute it and do all types of other stuff. You can't take that elevator either, so kinda sucks for speedrunning. So kill that guy, and we're gonna whee. Let's get these 3 guys.
We're doing it! We're getting out of here!
Kill that guy. Or do that from over here. Oh. There we go. Just to make this section easier, because these guys are going to come out from over here. Funnily enough, there's actually nothing on the other side of this gate, so... Just gonna wait for it to open enough that we can slide under it. And then we're just gonna run past these guys here. Nope. I'm stuck. There we go. That was cool. But, anyway. We're gonna ignore this dog. I'm gonna get past this guy. And ignore those 2 guys. When you kill them, there's supposed to be another one of the shotgun guys that spawns right there, but if you don't kill those 2, that one doesn't spawn for whatever reason. So just leave that dog. He kind of just... He has a roaming range, so if you get past her, he kind of just doesn't know what to do. Let's get in this car, we'll do this cool driving section. Like I was saying before, this is the only time you do this in the game. Sick.
Crafty, loyal, tenacious.
Alright, let's get out of here. Quiet, you.
Quiet, you!
Alright.
believe you made it out of there.
Alright, let's get out of here. Right, so that was prison. So, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go to the resistance base, the Kreisau Circle. And yeah. What's pretty cool about the Kreisau, their base, is it's actually like right under the secret police headquarters, in like the center of Berlin. So they hide in plain sight, which is pretty cool. What's not so cool is having to, you know, go underwater to try and go in this entrance here, but it is what it is.
I'm so sorry. There was no break in front of that hatch when I left. I've been in prison for the last 3 months. I'm so gosh dang stupid. Shouldn't assume things were as I left them. Great job keeping us alive out there, Captain. It's good to be home.
Right, let's go.
Why don't you sit with me, Miss Arnold?
Let's go get these plans. This is the first of the sort of Kreisau home base missions. There are a couple of these scattered throughout the game, or we just do sort of little. I don't want to say like little like dumb things, but little like housekeeping things. Like that one is literally just you go get plans for a folder. So. The next one is going to be one of the big missions. We're going to be going to the London Nautica, where basically they, Bobby here will actually explain it, but they pretty much leveled London to build this research base here. And we're going to be blowing it up, pretty much.
This big fucking disgrace of a building is a London Nautica. This used to be downtown London. Used to be fighting in the streets over here. I mean, furious, unrelenting resistance. And then the Nazis brought in the London Monitor and everything went to shit from there. They just do what...
Do you remember the London Monitor? We're going to be having a good time with that one later.
And erected this fucking monstrosity. It's a top Nazi research facility, this is. Aviation, space, all kinds of evil shit transpiring. Caroline and the other pilots should be over the radio tower by now, you see it. Anya's operating the radio back in Berlin. You can reach him using this. This is where you get off.
Alright.
So long, Blazkowicz. You make this count, alright?
And make it count we will, because yeah, he's gonna, yeah. And of course, BJ's got plot armor, so we're gonna not die to that head right there. I'm gonna hope we don't get a silly little bug here with this upcoming grate here. Sometimes if you right. This dog here. Sometimes there with that grate, if you like take too long to like cut a hole into it, it'll like disappear and like break, and the dog will kill you. It's really stupid. So we didn't get it there though, which is good. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our way through these ruins.
Up ahead is the reception area. I want you to go to the far end of the reception area through the large.
And here we have a kind of funny little like mini boss type thing. Get this crazy big behind robot that is, you know, supposed to be scary, but you can actually just run right past him, and it's kind of whatever. So I didn't know that till I started speedrunning this game. how busted a lot of the stuff in this game is. But yeah, so. Alright, we're gonna get this checkpoint. I'm gonna reload it. Basically, so all you have to do for that checkpoint is kill the big robot and then get the handle over there so we can raise the great thing. Basically, by reloading, we can make it so they stop shooting at us, and makes it a little bit easier, so we don't, you know, like die and stuff. And now we're gonna make our way through a bit of a shortcut. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go to that moon dome. You're supposed to move. Nice. You're supposed to move that satellite model thing, but you don't actually have to do that. You can make that jump without doing that. And now we're gonna do a pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna do a pretty cool little skip here with this grenade. We're gonna do that. I hope I don't bonk my head. Yippee! I did not bonk my head. Nice. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go on the other side. There's another elevator. You're supposed to like break like the like I don't know, the stuff that connects it to the elevator shaft. You're supposed to break that and then stand on the counterweight, and it'll do what I just did. But if you just throw a grenade at it, you can break the links, and it'll do the same thing without having to go all the way up there. And here we're going to say goodbye to our handy dandy little laser, and here we're going to get our signature weapon, the laser craftwork, which is not only a big laser cutter, but it is also a big gun. Alright, we're also going to do the same sort of grenade philosophy here thing. We're just going to, instead of shooting these, just throw a grenade at it and back away. The reason we're going to back away there is the grenades... Oh. You died. Sure hope so. Anyway. So now we're going to be... we're going to have our little shoot 'em up type thing. And, yeah. Take care of these robots first. Try and get behind this one. And hope it'll die. I guess not. Oh, there we go. So that's one. Let's get the other one. Where did it go? Where did it go? Alright, sick. Alright, so now we're getting to shoot them up proper. These guys will spawn on that side and on this side. We're basically just going to try and dispatch them as fast as possible. Those guys just spawn inside of each other. That's crazy. Oh. Right, that should be that. Well, it's kind of wave based, so there we go. You'll know that wave is over when you get the second lower tone beep there. I usually don't ADS too much, but I'm gonna do that just because I want to at least try my best to hit heads to make sure they die. Should be one more somewhere. Where are you? There we go. Alright, and last up, we've of course got to have a big robot boss, so. Favorite line in this game. Oh, nuts. Let's beat this guy. And sick. I made light work of that, and we're just gonna go ahead and what we're here for in the first place was to try and steal the helicopters. So now we just gotta let the rest of the gang in here and go steal some planes. Oh, hopefully my head won't. Oh, my head bonked. Unlucky.
Well done, Blazkowicz. Don't move, you're getting visitors.
You folks are crazy.
Oh my god! Look out!
I suppose I'll also take this time to introduce some characters. We kind of don't really get to interact with them a whole much other than like Wyatt and Anya. But here's Caroline. I believe Caroline is a character from I want to say Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Might also be Wolfenstein 09. I'm not really sure. I kind of forgot her, but yeah, she's sort of a another character to try and connect this one to some of the earlier attempts at rebooting the franchise. So there's her. There's also Klaus, who's a former Nazi, and there's also Jay, who is right there, exclusive to Wyatt's timeline, who is the Wolfenstein version of Jimi Hendrix, which is pretty cool. So also what we're doing right now, our next sort of home base mission, this one and the next one as well are a lot more involved. We're basically we gotta cut up some concrete. However, we needed a saw or whatever, but of course we can't ever be that simple, so we're going all the way around the world for that. So we're gonna get that, and the other thing is easier. It's just a plan, like a folder from the archives, I think. So that's that. Let's go do the other one.
Maybe check on Max. See if he's okay. Lost toy.
Another character in the Resistance, also Max, who's got like a chunk of his head missing. Oh, got a little lost there. Who didn't really like the loud noises there, so that actually starts the quest Max's Toys, which you might have seen me pick up one of them. So there's that. But that was the next sort of home-based mission. We got that figured out. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna go to Camp Belitsa, which is a concentration camp, and we're gonna go liberate it, and we're also gonna rescue an important guy there. His name is Setroth, who's gonna help out the resistance.
Frau Engel, was mit dem hier?
I will say this could be pretty triggering, so you might be sensitive to I guess depictions of concentration camps. Be forewarned. So here we're in a sort of working environment here. This stupid thing I've messed up so many times in my casual playthroughs. The directions for it are like literally right there, but every time I'd like play this, I'd like do this and forget what I'm supposed to be doing. I've done it so much now I could literally do it in my sleep. You're supposed to break that thing so you can. What we gotta do is we gotta switch uniforms with this guy, Milo, and so we can go see Setroth, who's in this other cell block.
Heard of places like this. Auschwitz, Buchenwald, from east to west.
Alright, so they're set, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna disable security and then go steal some stuff from Frau Engel, who actually runs this camp. So we can go ahead and bust out of here. But first we gotta deal with this guy, the Roach, I believe his name is. Real interesting character.
Solche Dreistigkeit habe ich von Ungeziefern wie dir noch nie gesehen. Unglaublich.
So yeah, he's kind of just gonna beat the crap out of us.
Und was von ihm zu erwarten ist, doch weit gefehlt. Du erbärmliches Stück Scheiße. Ich werde jede einzelne Kakerlake zertreten.
Youch. So yeah, that hurt. But of course, BJ, our protagonist here, it's gonna take a lot more than that to stop us here. So. Out we go. You might have seen the health pack in there. I usually try to pick it up. It's very hard to get the right angle to try and pick it up. So to try and survive this here, I'm gonna pick up that armor, and I hope I get lucky with this guy. Oh, oh my goodness! I just took fall damage there. Wow, I've never done that before. There's usually not enough room to get the jump to sort of skip the animation there. I thought I might have been able to do it, but I seem to have fallen. So. Let's try that again. I've also spawned this time with more health. Every time you die, if you have less than your max health, you spawn with more health. So, should be okay now. So we're going to jump past this guy. And then we're going to go ahead and kill this next one, and we'll be gooch.
There's gotta be a security system disabled. Need to find Sen.
Alright, so that is the first half, I guess the first third of Camp Glitchless. So next we're going to go to the other side of the camp, and we're going to go and steal a battery for Setroth. Set is pretty much like a genius technologically, and basically he's going to help us out by his plan to get out of here is to take control of a big robot. And he needs the battery, so we're going to go ahead and get that.
Battery has to be in here somewhere.
We're going to go ahead and just run through this building and into the basement and go get it. And hopefully I can avoid these, nice. Hopefully I was hoping to avoid getting the stabbing cutscene there. Here's also our old friend Frau Engel. By the way, she runs this camp, so yeah. As you can see, Set has got his controller there. He's taken control of. This is her Faust, the big robot here. So also this cutscene here is pretty gory. So yeah. If you've seen anything about this game, it's likely been this cutscene here.
You will die like vermin. I will hunt you down. At the end of the earth, I will fight. Your skin charred, your fats rendered, your kind exterminated. In the end, I will feed your flesh to the furnace.
Alright, Becky with the bad jaw. Wrap it up. So, yeah. That's the end of her, at least for right now. kind of owned her just a little bit. Yeah, so now we're gonna just bust out of here.
Now we free everyone. Understand? We return to the camp. Open the garage door, steal a vehicle, and crash through the gate. Let's go.
Absolutely. Let's ride. So once again, it wouldn't be a Wolfenstein game if we didn't have like a random like mech piloting section. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure we take out most of these enemies here, just so that they, the next ones don't take forever to spawn in. There we go. Make sure we kill all these guys here. Because, there we go. Alright. Sometimes if you don't kill all the enemies that spawn in when it does like a certain... Nope. When it does like a certain a predetermined spawn, it won't spawn the next one, which gets kind of annoying. Also, real quick here, I'm gonna break these railing things. They're made out of concrete, so just break them. We're gonna have like about a wave or two of opposition here when we try to free these guys. So sometimes they'll hide behind these, so we just shoot them and makes it a little bit easier. Alright, here they come. Just make light work of these guys here. Plus the rocket launcher guys. Youch. Alright, and should be, yeah, that should be good. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's ride. Very nice. So now we're gonna get everybody back to the base, and we're gonna do another sort of home base mission. Of course, Becky with the bad jaw there, she couldn't go out easy like that, of course. That'd be too easy. She would just die, so, you know, she gotta make things difficult for us. Okay, so next, we're gonna be getting a welder, so Set can finish whatever he's working on for the next chapter. Of course, because things can't be simple, we're gonna have to go on a bit of a field trip, a bit of an adventure for it. Oh. You can properly demonstrate the sliding technique there. You don't have to make a very big hole, you can just slide through it, like I said, because of the collision. But yeah. Keep that. Wait for this to, there we go. Yeah, these guys definitely, they like to lose things a whole lot. I mean, I guess if I were in their position, I might also be just a little forgetful or dealing with a lot. But, yeah. Like I said, of course, because things can't be simple, we are all the way under police headquarters, and there's, of course, all of the Soldaten and stuff down here. There we go. This one we're just gonna make a big hole there, just 'cause it's easier. Shoot that. And yeah, alright, so that is that. This will actually be the last of these little home-based things. Stuff really starts to pick up after this, so.
That's all I need. Actually, would you deliver this note to Anya? She will need the
Alright, sick. So after that, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do of course, the obligatory underwater level, and yeah.
This is the first phase of the plan to gain access to Set's underwater safekeep. This tunnel glider.
So we're gonna get in this cool thing called the tunnel glider, which allows us to
Track your position over the transponder.
be under here for long bouts of time.
Good luck, Sir Blaskovich. These are deep waters.
These are deep waters indeed.
Can you hear me? You have to make your way all the way through the sewer tunnels and into the Berlin catacombs. I'll try to guide you through.
Yeah, what she said.
Exit the tunnel glider to neutralize obstacles in your way. Don't lose track of the tunnel glider. It's your
Okay.
only source of oxygen.
Yeah, exactly what she said. So basically, we're gonna just try and navigate under here. Basically, we're going to an underwater train depot so we can go steal a submarine. Because, yeah, submarine.
You are right underneath the Eisenwald prison now. Caroline told me
I'm also gonna do my beloved strafe swimming. So fast.
they didn't make it very far.
13 years old. From the pond by the stables. Came out covered in leeches.
Nope. Okay. There we go. Was a little stuck there. That's alright.
William, I have something I want to tell you. I've been reading this diary my grandmother gave me. It's my cousin Ramona's diary. She used to work with us at the asylum. She's dead now, but she had many secrets inside of her, and there was no one she could trust to keep them. So she wrote them all down. I will radio the diary entries to your audio log. If you find the time, you can listen.
Period. I will say I really do like how much depth they actually give to Anya. She's sort of way more than just sort of the love interest. So, which is pretty sick. It's revealed later down the line that the diary entry she was talking about, well, not revealed, but I guess in the last one, it becomes apparent that all the stuff she talks about in those diary entries was actually about her and not this made-up cousin. She's actually been through a whole lot, so she's actually a really cool character. And as are the rest of them in the Resistance as well. Like I said, if you haven't ever played any of the newer Wolfenstein games, I would wholly recommend that. They're very good. Alright. Yippee! Basically just going on a field trip. Oh. There we go. Basically just going on a field trip throughout these catacombs. So I just realized there's another mine there in case you messed this one up. Although I'm not really sure how you would do that, but interesting. Get up here, it's faster to run the section. Nope. Or just do some strafe swimming. And we're also gonna hope I can get up on here. Up on this ledge up here first try, because it likes to be finicky. You'll like get up onto it and then fall off of it and then get on it again. Oh, yep, like that. But that's okay.
William, directly
Shout out that train, by the way. If you get in there a little faster, you can like slide right into it while you're you can slide right into it while you're sliding through the grate, and it actually has no collision, which is kind of funny. I was de-resting this game the other day, and I got on a run that was fast enough there, and I almost hit it. I was terrified I was gonna die and lose my run to it, but it doesn't actually have collision, so it doesn't really matter. Oh. Let's get on this train. Sick. Alright, so that's Catacombs, and next we're gonna go steal a submarine, because why not? Alright, so this is the Eva's hammer, and this is the we're gonna just take this for ourselves. I will say one silly moment about this is I actually played, when I was playing these games, I actually played the new Colossus first, because that one was the newest one at the time, and I hadn't heard anybody say the name Eva's hammer, so, and when it shows up on the, like in the corner where it'll show you like the location, it doesn't actually, there's no comma there, so I for a bit was calling it the Eva's hammer, just because I'm stupid, I guess. So here we have another bit of a shoot 'em up here. I hope I don't flub this one, because it's very easy to. That guy. This is another sort of wave one. You can hear the beeps. Should be that wave. There's another one somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? There's another one somewhere. There we go. Alright, sometimes it likes to act a bit of a fool there. And it just will decide that it's going to waste time, so. Sure, I guess. As you all saw, there clearly wasn't anybody left there, but it just decided it was gonna do that anyway. Alright. Alright, we're not gonna kill these guys in here, we're just gonna do that. So, here's we're gonna have a bit of a break here. It's kind of just a really long glorified cutscene. But, that one, that ending there can go awry, because, it's faster not to kill them and to just shoot the buoys, but, they're at the end with the, laser craft work. But sometimes, if you're me, you can just be unlucky and die in there. And, of course it doesn't, checkpoint at the very end there, since you're so close to the end. So if you do that, you have to redo that entire section, which is certified run killer. Definitely had a lot of earlier runs die to that just being stupid.
Things happen fast. Our gatekeepers knew that they somewhere exiled. Some succeeded.
We have begun to transfer much knowledge to the governments who fought the Nazis, and there was hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Seth explain this a little bit more, but here he's talking about he's a part of a secret order called the Dashikud, who are yeah, who are a lot of intellectuals who were uh, in possession of a lot of technology and things and information to be able to help turn the tide of the war. However, it didn't really materialize that way. So we're down here to try and get some things that'll help us out now later down the line.
Yeah, warning, the instructions are old and faded. Let's go. This we use to get to the main hall. I don't recognize these symbols. Oh, let me... How do you want to play this?
So basically this is like a secret vault we're going into. It's actually really cool. Usually, you know, you don't really look up, but if you look up at this, it's really cool. This entire place. So.
Powerful. That's magnetic research. That's...
Nate. Oh, wow.
Huh?
That's what I was saying. Is this real?
What is that? This is the secret vault out there. Now, first,
oh,
we
wow.
need to activate the magnetic shields and create an entryway. This machine here, it controls the electromagnetic field. Yes. Okay, are you ready, Ingele? 1, 2, 3, go! Here's something. Here's broken. Now hold this piece for me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Mr. Blaskovich, show me your laser weapon.
Alright, now let's get a move on here. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Close enough, I guess. But yeah. So we'll go get them, and then we'll go get in this vault, and we'll get our treasures, I suppose. So when we get in here, there are a lot of there's actually like a puzzle you can do in here. I'm not even sure what it actually gets you. I kind of forgot at this point. I can't remember if it's like an armor upgrade or what, but you don't actually need to do any of that. There's only one thing you need in here, and it's that. I think it's a tetrahedron.
Caroline. Come in, Caroline.
To unlock this, which is secret armor. Which is kind of their own sort of set of power armor that they made. And in particular, in this game, we give it to Caroline because it allows her to be able to walk again. Because if you didn't notice, she was actually paralyzed from the waist down, so that's pretty sick. But anyway, what we're really going to use, we're going to use this thing, which is called the Spindly Torque. That's what they called it. And we're going to use it to tear up this bridge and go to there so we can go to the moon. I know it sounds like we've just skipped several steps in the story, but I trust it all makes sense.
Alright, Captain. You can jump down good, Cap. I'll keep scouting for a place to drop you off close to the Nautica railway wagon. I don't think I'll find one. Too much debris and ticked off Nazis. Keep doing your thing on foot.
William, in accordance with protocol, Death's Head's chief research scientist will be wearing an all-white uniform. All right, that's Goldrich. Find the Nazi with the white uniform.
So, some of these things you're meant to... Oh. You're sort of meant to deal with most of these, but a lot of them you can just not. So, in one case here, there's a super soldaten, and a turret. We're gonna kill a turret just because it'll make my life easier. Soldat, not so much. Don't really have to worry about him. He won't be too much of an issue. There's another guy up here. Basically, you can overcharge your health here, and at least try to tank the damage that that turret would do to you. But I find, in my experience, that I tend to be unlucky, and I just end up not living long enough to be able to tank it. So we'll just kill it. It's not too big of a deal. We don't really use the rockets all that much anyway, so it's kind of whatever. Oop.
Heads up! Headed to the Nazi checkpoint building. Looks fortified. And oh boy, there's a big gun.
There's a big gun. Right, so we're just gonna go through this checkpoint here, and yeah. A funny little tidbit there with those, like how you can slide through really small holes. Like how you can slide through the small holes, you can also, if you're going down through one, you can just make a really tiny hole, and BJ will just fit right through it for whatever reason. So shout out one of the cooler scenes in this game. This dude just got thoroughly owned.
Well, thank God you're still alive, sir. Just get in.
All right.
You know, sir.
Right here, this chapter tends to be where my personal runs go to die, just because there are so many different places where things can just go wrong. Whether it's before, like I was talking about with that turret thing, or right there where I can miss the jump onto the helicopter for whatever reason. It's not even hard, but I've got a horrible Glad Jonas clip of me missing that so many times. It's so embarrassing. But we're gonna do checkpoint reload here. I also got a really bad one where we're gonna try and do a cool jump into the train car at the end. Basically, it's very easy to die because there's a lot of guys here. That's where we reload. And when we reload the checkpoint, the guys sort of just despawn. So, and we're gonna just whee. Nice.
Got the papers. Now what?
We need to move fast. The lunar shuttle leaves tonight from the London Nautica. You will need your
There.
equipment up there.
So now we're going to the moon. Which is pretty sick. So the Nazis have managed to make it onto the moon, and they basically have a big old base here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna this is where they're like they've got like a base here, and we're basically just gonna thoroughly own them. So I'll be honest, come to think of it, it's been so long since I've played this game casually, I don't even know what the point of this even is. I've completely forgotten. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't even know. So sick, I guess. Oh, unlucky. My goodness, been having such horrible luck with these slides. That's alright. Alright, let's ride. Most of this we're just gonna run through. It's kinda, like I said before, it's kinda, this game you do a lot more of, there's a lot more of, actually shooting the Nazis, but there's still sections here where we kind of just, I'm gonna try and avoid this guy. Okay, I think I'm just gonna kill him. But right here, what you can do is you can do the similar thing where you try and avoid like melee animations from some of the guards. That guy, however, in particular, you kind of can't do that. He will just grab you, so. I'm just gonna kill him. Yeah, if you get too close to him, he'll grab you and you sort of just die, so. We'll just do that instead. These guys are also just gonna run right past. That guy even moved out of the way nicely for me, so. We'll see if, okay. Sometimes there's a commander up there. Sometimes he just won't spawn. If you run past those guys and they're shooting at you, he'll auto aggro, which doesn't really matter a whole lot anyway. But sometimes they just won't spawn up here for whatever reason. I don't really know what causes it, but it just happens sometimes, I guess. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter. They don't really get in your way, so yeah. No, okay, I remember now. Right, so what we're doing here actually is we're gonna steal their nuclear codes, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I completely forgot, wow. I've gotten to the point where I just like sort of play this game so much I kind of just mumbles together in my brain just a little bit. It's kind of like soup in there. Game go brr. Nope. Okay. This is a section where we get to be on the surface of the moon for a good, like, 30 seconds. So, it's unfortunate the section is longer, but at least they sort of learned from this when they did it again in the new Colossus. We'll be going somewhere else, spacey-like, so that section is a bit longer, and then we'll also be blazing through that as well when it comes time to do that. Alright, let's ride. This is another section where it's kind of more optimal. There's a big soldat in there. It's more optimal just run past him. But I tend to never have good luck when it comes to him, you know, leaving me alone. So I should just do the sort of long way. Yeah, it doesn't lose too much time, but yeah. Right, okay. I almost got lost there a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, nuclear decryption kits. That's what we're here for. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna use those. And now we're just gonna get out of here. Naturally, as you do. Let's see if I can. Oh. There we go. I don't know why my sides have been so bad tonight, but that's okay. So we're just gonna hop, skip, and jump our way out of here. And yeah, call that one a day. One of the cooler parts about this game is since this is an alternate timeline 1960, and of course the Nazis have sort of taken over the world, they actually went as far to make like cool like alternate versions of certain things. Like in this game, there's a German version of the Beatles called Die Käfer, and that's one of their songs on the playing on the radio. They're called Mond Mond. Yeah, yeah. That was just pretty funny. Anyway, I say let's get out of here. So I think we're just gonna get out of here. Of course, that guy was in my way. Sometimes he just doesn't spawn, so. But, can't really bank on that, so. Alright, let's kill these two guys and let's get out of here. As you can see, these two doors are different than that one is, so. Of course, things can never be easy, so. Alright, let's get out of here. And yeah, so that was the moon. And now we're heading to the, I guess, third to last chapter in this game. Coming up pretty close to the end. We still got another, like, about 10, 15, 20 minutes, so not done just yet. Still got a whole lot of cool stuff in store, and including whatever this sequence is. Of course, sort of crashed our little space pod thing, so really putting the action in this game. We have probably the coolest scene in this game. This right here. Sheesh! That guy got owned. So, this is Return to London Nautica. Basically, we sort of just crashed into London Nautica again. Here they are. They were trying to rebuild it. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. I missed the jump onto that ledge there, but that's okay. But anyway, we're back at the London Nautica, and basically we're gonna try and get some exfil and try and get back to resistance. Nope. There we go. We're just gonna skip through all that. And, yeah. Whee! Once again, demonstrating that whole thing, kind of just slipped through any size hole there. I seem to be dying. Okay. I'm gonna kill this helicopter here. Alright, there we go. And do a bit of a... okay. Do a bit of a sequence break here. You're supposed to like do stuff on those floors, but you can just run right to the end. This last floor here. We're also gonna just ignore this guy here as well. And we're gonna go to this kind of... I don't want to say mini boss fight. I think this is kind of just a boss fight. Which kind of blows that it's so close to the end, because this would be like a sick, like a halfway through sort of boss, but it's kind of shoved right towards the end. But alas, we're gonna do another checkpoint reload here to skip this dude walking in. It's a big old robot. That's the London Monitor, and we're gonna see if I can beat him pretty fast. I'm gonna try to 2-cycle him. So basically, what he'll do is he'll do this big thing where he charges up his big eye thing in the middle, and that's where you can. Right, so that's 1 cycle. So he'll charge up his eye, and you'll have to. Oh, I'm gonna get stepped on. He'll charge up his eye thing, and then you'll shoot him there. And then you'll have to shoot him in the bottom to damage him. And you need to do 2 of those hits to try and kill him. And then he'll do his missile phase, and then he'll do that. Just fine, and then he'll repeat and do the cycle over again. So we're gonna try and do it. Just oh, I don't think we get it. Yeah, I didn't get it. Unfortunate, I got stuck there. So we'll have to do another cycle of that, which is alright. Fortunate, I usually try not to lead him over there because there's a lot you can get sort of stuck on. So usually you want to try and stay at least close to his middle section. So alright, he seems to be backing up again. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Alright. 3 cycles is not bad. It's a really sick sort of animation for killing him. But now we're gonna go to the sort of second to last chapter. I guess if you could call this a chapter, it's kind of just, it's really short actually. But basically it's kind of everything's going to heck in a handbasket here. The Nazis sort of figured out that we were hiding under their base there, so. Alright, let's get back in here. So basically Frango sort of raided our base here, and we gotta try and rescue our friends. It is me they're shooting at. But anyway. This isn't very long. You're supposed to shoot them all and do a lot of extra stuff. But you don't really have to do all that. Nope.
We try to keep it down, okay? So, Captain, there's one helicopter still on the ground in our head. To get to the hangar. Get here quickly. We can capture it. Yeah, bring our people back. Just keep moving. Hurry.
Nice. Basically, you're supposed to, you go like sort of all the way around the world to get back to the hangar bay, but oh, got the funny glitch there. But you kind of go all the way around the world to skip right back here, and if you do it expeditiously, it really doesn't take any time at all.
Welcome back to Berlin, Blazkowicz. I'll make sure no one leaves with our helicopter. Maybe you can do something about this Nazi problems here. Try not to get Wyatt killed. He's out of ammo and essentially defenseless.
Also, there's a Caroline showing off that power armor, which is actually really sick, so. It's dog. There we go. Alright, awesome.
She made it!
Alright, and here's sort of the beginning of the end. We're going into the last chapter here. Basically, we're going to return to Death's compound, and we're going to, finish what we sort of started. We're going to rescue some of our friends that have been taken, and yeah, we're going to beat the crap out of him when we see him, so. There we go.
Careful as you make your way to the cannons there. You're heading in fast, and the currents are bound to be strong.
Yeah, so we're gonna do is we're gonna use that spindly torque thing again, and we're gonna like own this wall, I guess. It's actually a pretty cool cutscene. This thing.
50 meters.
It's also a really sick scenery. Owned. Alright. Alright, so let's get on with it. We're actually gonna kind of make quick work of this last little bit here. This is supposed to be sort of, you know, the end of the game. It's actually a lot of it you can kind of just run right through. Which is kind of funny, so.
Is this the day?
It's just, we're gonna jump over him. Alright, we're gonna hope he doesn't catch us in a second. He got us. Unlucky. But we're gonna pick up all his health there so we can tank what we're about to do next. So here, this room has 2 super soldaten and some regular guys, and we gotta open this door. If you don't pick up that health right there, you will most certainly die here. As I've found way too many times. A quirk about this end here is there's supposed to be a lot of Nazis there, but if you kind of just skip, like run your way through it, they kind of just don't spawn, which is pretty funny.
Everything according to plan.
Right, so let's go to the final boss, right? Oh no. Not Booby. Aw, nuts. So, once again, because of course things can't be easy, the boobies sort of put a wrench in our plans. Ouch. Yeah, Booby definitely is not holding any type of punches here. He really does not like us. Youch. So, yeah, it is not looking good. But, of course, because we're Captain Blazkowicz, we're gonna own Booby Mike Tyson style. And, yeah. Also, I'm gonna do funny glitch here just because it's funny. And, if you hold crouch here, you will, when you get out of this cutscene, you will fly out of the ceiling. Oh, I guess it didn't do it. What I've been doing on accident is flying through the ceiling there if you hold crouch too early in that cutscene. But it didn't do it that time actually, so yippee, I guess.
There's your problem.
Right, so and even though it's not funny, but it's kind of a little bit funny. BJ's pretty much hanging on to life by a thread right now. This dude is like dying.
William, what happened?
And they acknowledge that, right?
After Seth got us out from the cells, we thought we would be escaping all on our own. What to see, Blazkowicz? Jason Hoya, man.
Let's get out of here. Kinder, let's go. Lloyd!
They're kind of just like, oh, you're dying? Alright, well, we gotta go, so. So, like, they care, but not enough to be like, yeah, or. No.
Blazkowicz, help me out.
Anyway, yeah, so that's that, and because we're gonna skip this cutscene, we're actually at the final boss now, so yeah. We have this sort of mini boss first. This mini boss here is actually will be the brain of whoever you don't save in the beginning of the game. So in this case, it's actually Fergus. Oh, I'm gonna die there. Okay, there we go. So that's really easy. All you have to do is throw grenades at him, and he'll kind of just fall over. So now on to the fight proper. So this first part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ignore Death's Head actually, who's got a mech, not unlike Mecha Hitler in the Wolfenstein 3D games, or game, I mean. But so we're just gonna kind of ignore him, and we're gonna shoot down these Zeppelins. No, whatever. Yeah, so they're basically powering this big old shield he has on him, and we're just gonna get rid of those. And now we can shoot at him, and he'll go kind of mental here. There we go. Yeah, he kind of just freaks out here. Alright, and now onto the actual boss fight. It's crazy how much this boss fight can kind of just be cheesed. When you play this casually, this is made to be like really hard. But if you, yeah, he's already dead. So we're gonna be coming up time in a second. So yeah, you just kind of cheese that, and time. Right, so that boss fight is actually like hilariously easy. So yeah, that's Wolfenstein: The New Order Glitchless. Unfortunately, Death said there he had a bit more up his sleeve there, so that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this run. Really love this game. Definitely one I would recommend, even just to play casually. It's a really great game. It has one of the best sort of ending cutscenes I think I've ever seen in a game. It's really thematic. But yeah, if you enjoyed this run, do stick around. After the next run, I will be back again running the sequel to this game, which is the new Colossus. And we're going to be picking up pretty much right where this game leaves off. So if you're interested, do stick around. But this has been Anarchy ASF with Wolfenstein: The New Order Glitchless. Thank you for watching.